Once again, your starting lineup for heat race number 1, Caden Clausen, Todd Steenhoven up front on row 1, Neil Kroll and Tyler Bradley on row 2, Blake Schneekloth and Travis Dan at the back of the pack. Heat race number 1 of 2 for the Lemzada Recyclers Sportsman class. Burns Grill bringing you the racing action here tonight at the Rapid Speedway Team KWC night. We're set to go green flag racing. Heat 1 of 2, Lemzada Recyclers Sportsman class under green. And we're going side by side off into turns 1 and 2. Todd Steenhoven with the high side run in that blue 57 machine. He'll jump out to the early race lead. Caden Clausen will battle back on the bottom side in the red, white, and blue 45K machine. Steenhoven, your race leader. Bradley looking to come along with him. And Tyler Bradley will in the 94. Steenhoven and Bradley up top. Caden Clausen on the bottom. He'll settle into that third spot. Kroll and Dan, they are side by side for 4th position presently. Neil Kroll in that black and green 83. Travis Dan right outside of him in the white 42 machine. Top 3 will hit the redraw tonight. Todd Steenhoven, your race leader. Todd Steenhoven with the race lead. Tyler Bradley looking for a piece down on the low side. Not enough. Steenhoven with the high side run. Bradley will settle in behind the 57. Steenhoven, Bradley, and Clausen, your top 3. Top 3 will hit the redraw here tonight from our Sportsman heat races, and that's the order they run. Coming to the flag stand to complete another lap. Steenhoven, Bradley, and Clausen. Travis Dan into that 4th spot. Neil Kroll and Blake Schneekloth will round out the field. Heat race number 1 of 2. First heat race of the night here tonight. Team KWC night at the Rapid Speedway, raising money and awareness for kids with cancer here tonight. Todd Steenhoven, your race leader. Todd Steenhoven with the race lead. Tyler Bradley right behind him in that 2nd spot. Caden Clausen alone right now in that 3rd position as Travis Dan and Neil Kroll work on one another for that 4th spot. Dan looking to make the outside line work. Get around Kroll for that 4th position. Kroll still too quick for 4th spot at the white flag. White is out for the field. Steenhoven, Bradley, and Clausen, 1, 2, and 3 presently. Top 3 will hit the redraw here tonight for our Sportsman class heat races. Checkers coming out, heat race number 1 to the 57 of Todd Steenhoven.
Todd Steenhoven grabbing that heat race win. Tyler Bradley right behind him in 2nd. Caden Clausen grabs that 3rd and final redraw position. Right ahead of Neil Kroll and Travis Dan rounding out your top 5. Blake Schneekloth finishes off the field. In your 3rd and final row, also out of Rock Rapids, he drives the number 14 car. It's Brian Crone. And outside of him, out of Beaver Creek, the 17 of Brandon Boovey. 6 laps of distance, top 3 cars make the redraw.
Burns Grill of Dune bringing you the racing action here tonight at the Rapid Speedway Team KWC night. 2nd and final heat race for the Lemzada Recyclers Sportsman class under green. Wyatt Steenhoven looking to make a Steenhoven sweep for the Sportsman heat races here tonight. Leon Sneller says not so fast on that green and orange number 2 machine. Working around the top side. Steenhoven will battle back on the bottom side in the purple and orange 57W. Steenhoven and Sneller running 1 and 2 as we complete lap 1. Neck and neck at the flag stand. Wyatt Steenhoven down low in the purple and orange 57W. Leon Sneller up top in the orange and green number 2. And Brian Crone going to make it 3 wide as we head off into turn number 3. Crone took a look, didn't like what he saw, got on the binders. Wyatt Steenhoven, your race leader. Lemzada Recyclers Sportsman class. Crone will work on the bottom side to the inside of Leon Sneller. Looking for that 2nd spot. Sneller and Crone side by side for a 2nd. Again, the top 3 advance to the redraw tonight for our Lemzada Recyclers Sportsman class. Wyatt Steenhoven, your race leader, pulling him off of turn number 4. Brian Crone to the inside of Leon Sneller for that second spot. Sneller will settle into third position. Might take a run at it coming off the exit of turn number 2 and down the backstretch. Now Sneller will settle in behind Crone in that third spot. Elena DeBoer running in fourth position. Brandon Boovy. And at the back of the pack, Carson Van Top rounding out the field. Second and final heat race for the Lems Auto Recyclers Sportsman class. Burns Grill of Dune bringing you the racing action here at the Rapid Speedway tonight. Team KWC night. Wyatt Steenoven, your race leader. Second and final heat race for the Lems Auto Recyclers Sportsman class. Steenoven, Crone, and Sneller, DeBoer, Boovy, and Vandertop. Final lap of your second and final heat race for the Lems Auto Recyclers Sportsman class here tonight at the Rapid Speedway. Checkers come out for the 57W of Wyatt Steenoven.
Wyatt Steenoven grabbing heat race number 2. Brian Crone gets into that second spot ahead of Leon Sneller in the redraw. Elena DeBoer comes home in the fourth spot ahead of Brandon Boovy, and Carson Vandertop rounds out your field. Outside of row number 1 out of Adrian, the 14K, it is Brian Clausen. Inside of row 2 out of George, the 81 VT, it's Dylan Vandertop. And outside of him out of Worthing, the 221 of Logan Fitzpatrick. Inside row 3 out of Rock Rapids, the 38 of Devin Van Veldhuizen. And outside of him out of Little Rock, the 50M of Marnie DeBoer. In the back row out of Sioux Falls, it's the 6 of Dustin Galbranson.
Green flag coming out. He raced 1 of 3 for the USRA Hobby Stocks, presented by Sebasma Graphics and Sanborn. Top 3 will advance to the redraw from our Hobby Stock heat races tonight. Caden Wessels off to the early race lead. Brian Clausen in that second spot. Dustin Galbranson looking to come from the back. Contact with Dylan Vandertop. Galbranson spins and off the track of the top side of turn number 3. Still under green at the moment, and Galbranson able to get that 6 back around and going. We will stay under green. Caden Wessels, your race leader. Wessels, Clausen, and Vandertop running 1, 2, and 3. Logan Fitzpatrick in that 4th spot. Van Veldhuizen, DeBoer, and Galbranson rounding out the field. Heat race 1 of 3 for the USRA Hobby Stocks. Hobby Stocks presented by Sebasma Graphics of Sanborn. Team KWC night here tonight at the Rapid Speedway. Burns Grill of Dune bringing you the racing action. Caden Wessels, your race leader, taking the field off at turn number 4 down the front stretch. Wessels currently being hounded by Brian Clausen. Clausen in the 14K. Working on Caden Wessels for that race lead as Logan Fitzpatrick sets his sights on Dylan Vandertop for that third and final transfer spot into the redraw here tonight. Fitzpatrick with the bumper on Dylan Vandertop as Devin Van Veldhuizen off the track in turn number 4. That will allow Marnie DeBoer to pick up a position. DeBoer now into the top 5. Wessels and Clausen running 1 and 2. Van Veldhuizen pulling in. He will retire from the heat race. Wessels and Clausen at the white flag, 1 and 2. Vandertop and Fitzpatrick in the top 4. Marnie DeBoer all by herself in 5th position. Dustin Galbranson closing out the field here. Heat race number 1 of 3. USRA Hobby Stocks presented by Sebasma Graphics. Clausen making a move for the win at the checkered flag. Heat race coming to the checkers this time around. It's the 69 of Caden Wessels.
Caden Wessels grabbing the heat race win away from Brian Clausen. Dylan Vandertop jumps up into that 3rd spot and takes that final transfer position. Logan Fitzpatrick in 4th, Marnie DeBoer in 5th, and Dustin Galbranson rounds out your field.
Stocks under green here tonight at the Rapid Speedway Team KWC night. Burns Grill in Dune, bringing you the race in action here tonight in the Rapid Speedway. Tyler Schlumbum, Tracy Aluska running 1 and 2 early on in the second of 3 heat races for our USRA Hobby Stocks. Brady Clausen all by his lonesome in third spot presently as we come down to complete lap number 1. Fourth position, looking like Daigle, Paul Daigle in that fourth spot in the 24D. Schlumbum, Haluska, and Clausen running 1, 2, and 3. USRA Hobby Stocks presented by Sebas Graphics of Sanborn. Here tonight, Burns Grill Night at the Rapid Speedway, and your race leader, the X of Tyler Schlumbum. Brandon Jurens putting up a challenge for that fourth spot to the inside of Paul Daigle. Jurens and Daigle side by side for that fourth position. Rick Vanderweyde, he wants to play as well. Vanderweyde will look to get into the mix, making a 3-car battle for that fourth spot. All 3 of those cars still on the outside looking in for that third and final redraw spot. That presently being held by the 35 of Brady Clausen. Tyler Schlumbum, your race leader, starting to pull away from the pack. Tracy Aluska at second spot. Brady Clausen, your top 3. Brandon Jurens, Rick Vanderweyde, Paul Daigle, and Spencer Sproke rounding out your field. Second of 3 heat races tonight. USRA Hobby Stocks, presented by Sebas Graphics of Sanborn, Iowa. The X of Tyler Schlumbum, your race leader. Haluska and Clausen, your top 3. White flag is in the air for Schlumbum. Schlumbum, Haluska, and Clausen, 1, 2, and 3. Brandon Jurens and Rick Vanderweyde sorting things out for fourth position as Vanderweyde putting the pressure on. Checkers coming out this time around, your heat race winner, the X of Tyler Schlumbum.
Tyler Schlumbum taking home heat race number 2. Tracy Haluska in second. Brady Clausen. That third and final redraw spot. Rick Vanderweyde grabs fourth place away from Brandon Jurens. Paul Daigle and Spencer Sproke round out your field. 6 laps of distance. Top 3 cars will redraw. Sebas Graphics Hobby Stocks final heat race of the night.
Third and final heat race for the USRA Hobby Stocks, presented by Sebas Graphics. We're under green. Eric Gall, your early race leader. Levi Vanderweyde going to battle back on the bottom side. Vanderweyde into that second spot. Landon Crone with the high side run of the 18K. And the Rowena Rocket locked up top. Looking for that second spot from Vanderweyde. Crone will settle in behind Vanderweyde for that third position. Top 3 will hit the redraw in tonight's USRA Hobby Stock race in action. Third and final heat race for the hobbies here tonight. Gall, Vanderweyde, and Crone, your top 3, followed by Koiker and Schultz. 5-car race here in the third and final heat race for the USRA Hobby Stocks, presented by Sebas Graphics. Sebas Graphics brings you the hobby stock racing all season long here at the Rapid Speedway. The 22E machine of Eric Gall, your race leader. Levi Vanderweyde had his win streak come to an end last week and previously won the 2 features before that. Vanderweyde in that second spot. Landon Crone running in third position. Chad Koiker driving the big bore racing machine here tonight with the number 88 taped on the side and the 2-star of Dustin Schultz. 2 to go this time by Eric Gall, your race leader. Eric Gall with the race lead. Levi Vanderweyde running in that second spot. Landon Crone, Chad Koiker, and Dustin Schultz. Third and final heat race for the USRA Hobby Stocks here tonight. Hobby Stocks presented by Sebas Graphics of Sanborn. Final lap tonight as Crone stops in the 18K and pulls off the track. Tough break for Landon Crone. Crone was in that third and final redraw position. That will allow Chad Koiker to inherit the third spot. Caution's going to come out for Crone as he couldn't quite make it off the track. Caution and checkers will fly. Eric Gall, your heat race winner.
Eric Gall going to take the heat race under the caution flag. Levi Vanderweide in that second spot. Chad Koiker won here at the third spot. Dustin Schultz up into fourth. Landon Crone, Cody Van Hill, your field. The old man on the pole, Speedy.
Yeah.
Leon Mulder back in a race car here at Rapid Speedway.
Looked pretty good in the hot lap session. Look forward to seeing what happens here. Leon Mulder, Dustin Johnson up front, row number one. Heat race number one, the USRA Bmods under green. Leon Mulder working on the high side. Lyndon Johnson banging down low in the 11. Dustin Johnson off the track from the front row to the back for the number 80. Lyndon Johnson looking for the race lead. Fires that 11L down low. Lyndon Johnson looking for the lead. Leon Mulder battling back on the top side. Johnson and Mulder side by side in this USRA B-Modified heat race. Heat race number one of three for the USRA B-Mods tonight. B-Modifieds presented by J&L Sales and Storage, Plandrew, South Dakota. Lyndon Johnson, your race leader. Leon Mulder coming back on the top side. That Coles Crew 417 machine. Johnson will slide up in front of Mulder. Mulder making a little bit of contact. They'll straighten it out. Everybody say okay. Kurt Allers making his way through like a ruptured duck in that 15 machine. He'll settle into that third spot to the outside of Joe Wickham. Lyndon Johnson, Leon Mulder, Kurt Allers. Allers not satisfied with third. He wants second from Mulder. Kurt Allers taking a peek in that 15A machine, looking for that second spot from Mulder. As Lyndon Johnson checking out, Kevin Joachim off the track. Top side at turn 4. Kevin Joachim manages to get back on the track. He'll rejoin at the back of the pack. Nice piece of driving there by the 27 of Kevin Joachim, getting up top side, turn 4, nearly going off the track. Lyndon Johnson, your race leader. Johnson with the race lead. Leon Mulder holding on to that second spot with Kurt Allers in tow, running in third. Dustin Johnson, Kevin Joachim. Rounding out your field, USRA B-Modifieds, J&L Sales and Storage, Plandrew, South Dakota. Burns Grill of Dune bringing you the racing action here tonight at the Rapid Speedway Team KWC night. Heat race number one of three for the USRA B-Modifieds. Lyndon Johnson, your race leader to the white flag. Johnson with that lead. Leon Mulder, Kurt Allers presently are top three. Dustin Johnson, Kevin Joachim. One final turn around the Rapid Speedway here tonight. Heat race number one to the 11L of Lyndon Johnson.
Lyndon Johnson running away with heat race number one. Leon Mulder in second. Kurt Allers grabs that third and final redraw position. Kevin Joachim in fourth. Dustin Johnson and Tyler Tesh round out the field. And outside of him, out of Renner, the 97 of Damian Vandenberg. Heat race 2 of 3, J&L Sales and Storage, B-Modifieds.
On Burns Grill night here tonight at the Rapid Speedway Team KWC night. Second of 3 heat races for the B-Mods under green. Jason Stegeman on the low side in that 20S machine. Trev Croc in the 52. Croc will jump out to the early race lead in the 52 high side with the gold left rear. Trev Croc in the 52, your race leader. Stegeman will settle into that second spot. Eric Faber putting up a battle. Randy Van Veldhuizen in fourth. Andrew Allers, Damian Vandenberg round out the field as Stegeman gets high in turn number 2. Eric Faber will go under. Faber up to the second spot. Stegeman back to third. Trev Croc, your race leader in the 52 machine, coming off a 4 down the front stretch. Croc with the race lead. Eric Faber, Jason Stegeman, your top 3. Allers and Van Veldhuizen side by side for that 4th position on the race surface. Heat race number 2 of 3, USRA B-Modifieds here tonight at the Rapid Speedway. Trev Croc, your race leader. Trevor Kroc with the race lead. Eric Faber, Jason Stegeman, your top three. Randy Van Veldhuizen, Andrew Allers, Damian Vandenberg, your field here in heat race number 2 of 3. USRA Bmods presented by J&L Sales and Storage in Flandreau, South Dakota. Thanks to all of you for coming out tonight. Team KWC night here at the Rapid Speedway. Big hello to those of you watching on AdvantageRacing.tv. AdvantageRacing.tv, great shot right there. The battle for position between Andrew Allers and Randy Van Veldhuizen. Allers making a move to the inside for position, and Allers will take that 4th spot from Randy Van Veldhuizen. Trevor Kroc, your race leader. He is checked out from the rest of the field. High side of turns 3 and 4. The 52 with 2 to go, your race leader. Trevor Kroc, Eric Faber, Jason Stegeman, your top 3. Van Veldhuizen coming back as Allers loses the power in that 14A machine. Problem for Andrew Allers in the 14A as he'll slow on the top side of the track. White flag is out. Trevor Kroc, the race leader. Trevor Kroc with the race lead. Andrew Allers will pull off the track, and the caution is going to fly. Caution and checkers will fly. Caution and checkers coming out here for heat race number 2 of 3. Trevor Kroc in the 52, your heat race winner.
Trevor Kroc grabbing that heat race win ahead of Eric Faber. Jason Stegeman coming home in that 3rd position. Had a Randy Van Veldhuizen, Andrew Allers, and Damian Vandenberg. And outside of him, out of Sioux Falls, the 21 of Dave Kennedy. Inside of row 3, out of Lake Preston, driving the number 19, last week's feature winner, it's Tracy Johnson. And outside of him, out of Little Rock, the A13X of Alex Wierdsma. 3rd and final heat race, J&L Sales and Storage, Bmodifieds.
Green flag is in the air. Heat race number 3 for the USRA Bmods here tonight at the Rapid Speedway. Eric Van Veldhuizen slowing up to the top side of the track. Caleb Motter to the early race lead. Van Veldhuizen will battle back up top. Here comes Diggity. Diggity down low at the 21K. Dave Kennedy looking for the race lead on the low side. Derek Van Veldhuizen will get it up top. Derek Van Veldhuizen, Dave Kennedy running 1 and 2. Jackson Mulder looking to the inside of Caleb Motter for that 3rd spot. Tracy Johnson, Alex Wierdsma round out your field. Only lap number 1 position subject to change. Van Veldhuizen, your race leader, followed by Kennedy and Motter, your top 3. Tracy Johnson looking to the inside of Jackson Mulder for that 4th spot in the running order. Mulder will come back on the top side. Johnson and Mulder side by side with Motter in front of them. Meanwhile, up front, Derek Van Veldhuizen, your race leader. Mulder gets right on the back bumper. Down to Caleb Motter. Tracy Johnson looking at the low side in that gold 19 machine. Johnson looking to take that 3rd spot. He's there. Tracy Johnson to 3rd in the number 19. Caleb Motter running in 4th spot. Derek Van Veldhuizen continues to lead with Dave Kennedy running in 2nd. Veldhuizen and Kennedy running 1 and 2. Jackson Mulder looking to get down to the inside of that 8M of Caleb Motter. Motter still with the line. Van Veldhuizen and Kennedy running 1 and 2. Tracy Johnson in that 3rd spot. Motter, Mulder, and Wierdsma. USRA Bmodifieds presented by J&L Sales and Storage, Flandreau, South Dakota. 3rd and final heat race on the track here tonight. Top 3 will make their way into the redraw. 2 to go. Derek Van Veldhuizen, your race leader. Van Veldhuizen with the race lead. Dave Kennedy running in 2nd spot. Tracy Johnson, your top 3. Motter and Mulder, they've been working it out all race for that 4th position. Mulder with a real nice run at turn number 3. He'll slide up for that 4th spot. White flag is out. Derek Van Veldhuizen, your race leader. One more lap around the Rapid Speedway to settle this 3rd and final heat race for the USRA Bmodifieds presented by J&L Sales and Storage of Flandreau. Derek Van Veldhuizen, your heat race winner.
Derek Van Veldhuizen, your heat race winner. Dave Kennedy coming home in 2nd. Tracy Johnson, that third and final redraw spot ahead of Jackson Mulder. Caleb Motter and Alex Weirdsma finishes on the high side of 3 and 4.